Hello everyone, I'm Snehal Jagdari and today I'm going to talk about state space search algorithm. This topic is an important concept in artificial intelligence. In simple words, it's about how a computer or a robot thinks, about all the possible ways to reach a goal, and then finds the best one. It's like when we plan how to go from our home to college, we think of different routes and pick the best one. That's exactly what state space search does for machines. Now, let's see what I'll be conveying today. The objective of my presentation are to understand what a state space search algorithm is, how it works, its principles, and the type of search algorithms, some applications, and finally, a look at future trends and challenges. So, by the end of this presentation, you'll have a clear idea about the importance of AI concepts. So, first, what is state space search algorithm? It is a method that finds a path from starting point to the goal point. Each state represents some situation, and each action moves us from one state to another. For example, in a puzzle game, every move you make create a new state. The computer keeps checking all these possible states to give the best way to find the solution. In short, the algorithm explains all possible options to reach the goal in the best way. Now, let's understand how it works. First, the algorithm starts with an initial state. Then it look at all the possible actions that can be taken. After that, moves to a new. After that, it moves to a new state. Based on those actions, it keeps checking in this goal state. If not, it continues exploring until the goal is reached. So basically, it keeps exploring and backtracking until it finds the best solution. Let's talk about the main principle behind this algorithm. The first one is heuristic guidance. It means using smart guesses to move faster towards the goal. Next is the search strategy. It decides the order of the exploitation state, like breadth first search and depth first search. Then we have completeness, which means the algorithm should find a solution if one exists. Optimality means finding the best solution. And lastly, path cost. This algorithm keeps track of how costly each path is so that it can choose the best one. This principle makes the state process smart and more effective. Now, why is this topic important? State space search is the heart of problem solving in artificial intelligence. It helps computers and robots to plan their action. It's used in many ways, like robot finding path, GPS system finding routes, game declaring players move, and even scheduling and planning systems. So these algorithms are used almost everywhere where computer needs to think. The impact of state-space search is very big. It can solve large and complex problems easily. It helps save time and resource. It's also very important in research and academics. This algorithm can even be combined with other AI methods like machine learning. They make systems smarter and more human-like in decision making. Let's see some characters of this algorithm. They explore many possible states they have and clear starting and goal point. They use search strategies to move smartly. They can find the best and near best solution, and they can work in many different areas. This feature can make them very powerful in artificial intelligence. Now, let's move to the type of state space search algorithm. There are mainly three types: uninformed search, informed search, and local search. In uninformed search, they doesn't have any extra information. They just explore blindly. For example, breadth first search and depth first search. In informed search, They use extra information or heuristics to find the goal faster. For example, A star and greedy search. In local search, they start with a possible solution and keep moving it step by step. For example, hill climbing, stimulated annealing, and genetic algorithms. These algorithms are used in many fields like robotics for movement and navigation, games to make smart moves, GPS system to find the shortest route, scheduling for planning tasks, and even in healthcare for treatment planning and resource allocation. So we can say they are used almost everywhere AI is using. Now let's talk about the future trends. In the coming years, this algorithm will become more powerful with technologies like machine learning, reinforcement learning, quantum computing, and real-time search for fast results. The goal is to make efficiency faster and capable of solving real-world problems quickly. About, but along with benefit, there are also some issues. Sometimes people depend too much on automations. Also, some big companies can afford high computing powers. We also have to think about fairness, privacy, and safety. AI systems should be decisions that transparency and ethical. So it's important to use this algorithm responsibly. Coming to the example of challenges, a self-driving car might choose the shortest route but not the safest one. This shows that algorithm may not always consider ethics or safety. Also, large companies have more complex reasoning while small companies doesn't have. This creates inequality in research and development. So, we must find a balance between process and fairness. After studying this topic, we can understand how this algorithm works, know their principles and applications, design better solutions, and use them to solve real world problems efficiently. This helps us appreciate how computers can think to reach goal. To conclude, state space search algorithms are one of the main foundation of artificial intelligence. They help machine plan, reason, and make decisions just like one human think before acting. As AI continues to grow, these algorithms will become even more powerful, making our world smarter and more efficient. Thank you everyone for listening.